Whoa. Good afternoon, Patriots, and welcome to another edition of Quarantime with your hosts RP and M3. Hope everyone's having a lovely day. If I can be honest, I'm ready to go outside. See Patriots from all across the globe here already, you guys. Thank you so much. Do us a favor. Please do like and share this broadcast. Help us break through the algo. And settle back for another cozy conversation with me and my buddy Methods. Coming to you live once again from the bunker. I see Patriots from Alabama, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, Florida, Denmark, upstate New York, another Denmark, the UK, Lakeland, Michigan, Savannah, Georgia, Washington State, Pennsylvania, Dallas, Texas, Federal Way, Washington, Northern Illinois, Oklahoma, Texas, Minnesota, North Carolina, Philadelphia, Ohio, Tulsa, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Nevada, Washington, Oklahoma, Texas, every state in the union it would appear. And I wonder just how many countries throughout the globe have Patriots here joining us today. All right, guys, don't worry. That chat is going to slow down once everybody stops putting in their location. Please join me once again in welcoming my friend, my research partner, and my co-host, Methods. Methods, how are you?
Doing good, man. How are you holding up?
I'm all right.
I sound a little tired.
I'm very tired.
But that's okay, though.
Yeah. So, you guys, first things first, a little housekeeping. We are going to be taking tomorrow off, and I'm going to be taking this evening and tomorrow off from The Daily Show. So today is your last dose of Quarantime, almost a comfy Sunday, Quarantime until Friday. And I'm going to be back for the live stream on Friday night. We've got, doubling.
Red Clone 78 in the house.
Red Clone 78, I love it. I just want to give you guys a little preview of who's going to be here this weekend, though. On Friday night, Corey's Digs is going to be here. Then we're going to have a special call-in show where we're going to be discussing all kinds of things, you guys. And then on Saturday, Tim Canova is going to be here. Tim Canova ran against Debbie Washing Machine Schultz down in Florida. And Brenda Snipes conveniently disposed of all the ballots that would have showed that he more than likely beat Debbie in that election. And he's running against her again. So he's going to be here to discuss that situation with us. Also, voter ID policy, the likelihood that electronic voting machines are going to be used to steal elections, as we've seen many times in the past. But so it's going to be a great weekend. I'm not going to tell you who's going to be here for Comfy Sunday. We're going to reserve that for Friday. So you better make sure you tune in because I don't think you're going to want to miss it. Methods, are you excited about taking a couple days off?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to keep an eye on everything. And like we said yesterday, if anything, pops off tomorrow, we'll definitely try to do something or at least cover it on Twitter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to follow suit and probably take the next day or so off to just recharge.
Right on.
I some people knew my wife's been on vacation, so she's been here as well, and she finally just went back to work. And I say finally very loosely. I love my wife, but I'm going to be able to have be able to hang out at the house, get some things done, and just chill out for a bit. So I'm probably going to do the same thing tomorrow, man.
Good. I just want to tell real red pill girlfriend I'm going to start crying how much I miss her. This is probably the worst part of not being able to leave, being in total lockdown, not being able to see my significant other. Honey, I hope you're watching. I know you're at work, so I appreciate it if you are, but I miss you so much. I cannot wait until we can see each other again. Thank you everybody for being here for these daily broadcasts because it's the small escape that I have from the monotony of everything that's been going on. The news has been laser focused on a couple of things, and I want to try to not cover that one subject every single day, but there's only so much you can do. I mean, everything that comes out seems to have a tie-in back to that one subject, which brings us to our first story of the day. Okay, take a look at this. Lady Gaga just got off the phone with the director of the World Health Organization, and she's ready to fight CV-19. CV-19. Lady Gaga going to pull the Bono card and start saving the world. I wonder if she's helping the director of the WHO with his math. Probably.
Right. Like they're at their board meeting, 6 feet apart from each other at the WHO. And they're like, man, we just really need some advice and help. And we just need to call Lady Gaga. And we can get this. Come on.
Somebody get Lady Gaga on the phone.
Right.
That's exactly who we need to help fight this menace, this global menace. I need to say thank you to Carl Erickson. He says, 30 days to slow the spread. With the 17 team, everything has multiple meanings. One instance of slow the spread is lock it down. Watch diligently. Slow the spread of this virus. Stop the deep state from running. Just a thought. I think that very well could possibly be it. There is a lot of speculation about the idea of 10 days of darkness, this shutdown. I have had people tell me that they have family members who are in positions to know, and I don't want to report it all here because it's unsubstantiated. I mean, there's certain times I get anonymous tips and I'm like, that's something I feel like, I should bring to the people. But until I see some documentation showing that, they have this planned shutdown, it's about to take place. I don't want to tell people to prepare for this on a certain day and then have it not come true and then everybody be like, what's up, Red Pill? I thought we were supposed to get the internet shut down. I hope it doesn't. I really hope it doesn't. I mean, it's kind of a crazy idea. President Trump was just talking today, actually, about the possibility of an internet shutdown. So somebody, who was it? Ron sent me an email on Twitter. He said, anyway, did you see POTUS talk about speaking with the internet and phone providers? Hold on, why does it keep doing this? Speaking about the internet and phone providers about the strain on the system. That's how they're going to cover the outage coming soon, perhaps. Methods, what do you think? Did you hear the president say that?
Yeah, I've heard that, and I mean, maybe it has to do with everybody having a lot more free time, the ones that are, quarantining and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we aren't getting a lot of our favorite anon posts or stuff like that, but we are reaching levels of speculation we've never seen before.
Oh, it's wild.
I mean, and I'd love to, because I have so many people sending me these things and they want my thoughts, and my thoughts are, sit back and watch. I mean, it's cool. I like the idea. A lot of the end games have to do with, the infamous arrest, all that stuff. I love the idea of those things happening, but there, to me, it's a lot of, I'm not going to tell people what to do, but I mean, I don't really want to speculate when especially there's that much going on, because all we need is all it would take then is for this, stuff to, come and go, life gets back to normal, Then we get into the election stuff, and nothing happened. And then we're going to get all our Daily Beast other articles coming out saying that we all thought the world was ending, and now we're divided. So I don't know. I'd just like to stay out of it. Sorry to everybody that's been asking me advice on it. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we had the clowns tweet out about UFOs this morning.
I thought that was an interesting tweet. I mean, they're just talking about their investigations into the subject matter, but I mean, clearly there's been many, many investigations in it, and it seems like everything that they've said was to debunk it. So why are they bringing it up now? I mean, is it a slow news day for the clowns in America? Do they need some filler? They got to put it in there, or is it that they want to divert our attention? I don't know.
Well, I mean, I guess the original source I saw was from, Jenna Jameson tweeting out saying alien invasion was coming next. So I don't know if they just follow her and just call it research. But to me, it's something like, if we get to live through a narrative of a fake alien invasion,
oh brother, sign me up.
This is we're gonna have to come up with a new name instead of Quarantime, and then literally do shows just about it, because it would be a lot of fun. Because people know I don't always buy into it.
Yeah,
I'll pay attention to it, but if we have to talk about it like we've had to with Kung Flu,
yeah,
then I'm all for it, and the memes are gonna be gold.
Yes, I would be excited for that. I mean, because that would be the ultimate, eventual prophecy from Werner von Braun. I mean, he said that this is what was supposed to happen, that it was going to be all of these various things, and the alien invasion is the only one that hasn't happened yet. So
I gotta say this, Bougie or whatever Edwards just said Project Flu Beam.
It's a good one, dude. I love puns like that. Richard James Pike says, dark to light, save the children, operators active. This is something I've seen going around a lot on Twitter today, and I don't know where it started or where it came from. But I've had multiple people posting that and saying that kids are being saved specifically right now. If anybody has any information regarding like where this is coming from, I would love to see it, because of course, obviously, we want to save the children. We don't want children enslaved.
Right, and I don't ever know either, and I guess it's my fault at times, because when I do see a lot of speculation and stuff, I kind of just go a different direction and do something else, just because I'm not sure, and I just like to wait and see. But I mean, there's a lot of people talking about it. I don't know if it's just, not to call it negatively like an echo chamber, but the telephone game to where then it somehow becomes truthful.
Yeah.
I don't know if people got sauce on that. We'd cover it.
Yeah.
We'd absolutely cover it. But
Definitely.
I mean, I'm seeing a lot of different decodes leaning in that direction. And for now, I mean, we want the sauce.
Jojo just said it was me. She started the whole thing. Well, Jojo, hopefully there are real children being saved. Let's see. Also, Live Free or Die says, have a great day off, Red Pill and Methods. You guys deserve it. Looking forward to Corey this weekend, as am I. I can't wait to speak with Corey's Diggs again. She is a wonderful woman, does incredible research. She's been on the show a couple of times, both pre-recorded. So this time, the fact that she's going to be here live and that she's going to do any calls with the audience at all is big time, because she doesn't like going live. I kind of had to twist her arm on it. So make sure you guys get some really good questions together. She's only going to take like 4 or 5 calls. So I want to make sure that the people who call in have the best quality questions in regards to her research. So thank you guys for keeping that in mind. Let's see. And Live Free or Die, thank you again. Kanga Anon says, love you both. We love you too. And then again, Richard James Pike says, dark to light, pray. Nick says, Corey's Diggs is a lady. Yes, she's a woman. Have you never heard her voice? She does shows with The Sharp Edge and Speaker 2018 on I forgot the name of the channel, you guys. I'm blanking.
I think they still go by Hive Mind.
Hive Mind, that's right.
They put it. It's definitely linked on Corey's website.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Corey's great.
Yeah,
all 3 of them are great.
Yeah, definitely check them out. They are good if you guys aren't subscribed. They've also been on the show before. Then Craig G says future proves past. That's definitely the case. I mean, we just got to get to the future. We just got to make it through the past and then finally arrive at the future, so that we can look back, piece all these things together, and say, finally, it's happening. Obviously there is so much weird stuff going on right now. What was it? White Hat, my good friend White Hat, sent over this report that I'm going to talk about in my daily video, but apparently there's been over 100 earthquakes in the last 30 days, all of them like in the same intensity range and all at exactly the same place in the crust. That's, if that's a natural phenomenon, that's perhaps a little concerning. I mean, it is weird. I've tracked earthquakes before, and for them all to be located in around the world in the exact same spot, that's a little weird. That's very, very weird.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That's probably played into, because anytime those things happen, the whole conversation about bunkers, or underground tunnels being blown up or whatever, that's when the saving the children conversation comes out during that as well. And I'm not trying to dog it. I would love for that to be the case, but I would want to know more. Me and you are not exactly, earthquake. I'll use the word fairies when it comes to that. So if anybody knows if that's normal or time of year type stuff, we'd love to hear it. But yeah, I saw that same. It was a tweet or a thread or something that said that, and that was definitely interesting.
Yeah. One thing I completely forgot to talk about in the last several days is the fact that Louisiana is completely shut down. Did you know that, Methods?
I did not.
Yeah, the whole state of Louisiana. They've got like stadies on the border between Louisiana and Texas. People are not allowed to leave or come or go, basically. And it's all because of Mardi Gras. Those people had Mardi Gras despite what's going on right now, and apparently there's a huge explosion of cases down there now.
Yeah, survival of the fittest, man.
Yeah,
just let it. Yeah. If they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. I mean,
it's like, but pandemic I get be damned. I'm gonna go out drinking.
Right. I already bought my tickets. So I don't know, man. It's so dumb. But they don't say that everybody's right. I'll just leave it at that.
That's right. Let's see. Elizabeth G just says, I asked White Hat about the possible child rescue, and he says he thinks there is a third ship. Okay, well, that's cool. That's actually something I have seen people speculating on, where those Comfort and Mercy, if those were specifically for children that were going to be rescued. I would definitely want to check that out. Son of a green card, contractors for mill job here that was paused are being brought back and being told to go back to work with no 14-day quarantine on arrival. Interesting. And then Craig G, again, thank you. Lady Be Good says, Secured and Trusted Communications Network Act of 2019. I'm not familiar with this, and if I am familiar with it, I just forgot. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that. Maybe we'll look that up. Red Wave says, did you see the Clowns in America Twitter? Distraction. Yeah, buddy, that was the first thing we talked about. That's the first thing that comes to mind. Yeah, I think it's a distraction. I think that anything the Clowns in America put out, it is meant to be some type of a distraction because they want you to look over here when they're, assassinating people with their left hand.
Yeah, and that's a good point by Dat out there in the chat. Said Mardi Gras and St. Patrick's Day parades, then New Orleans mayor blames POTUS. So, do those things to get those numbers up, kind of like how Pelosi went down to Chinatown and said, hey, let's all, hug each other in the middle of the square and hang out and everything's fine. Because they want those numbers up. We don't call them a death cult as a joke.
Yeah.
They don't mind at all the deaths, death toll rising, because it helps the narrative. And it is that evil.
I had a report also from a doctor in Michigan. Apparently, the hospitals in the Detroit area are so overwhelmed. I guess the majority of cases in Michigan are in the Detroit metro area. And I also had a lot of people telling me that I was wrong about my insinuation about the way Detroit is set up. I don't know. I'm just going from when I was younger. It seemed like there was a giant metropolitan area, and plenty of those spaces were old, empty houses that needed to be condemned. And I guess that Detroit has been revitalized quite a bit in the last couple of decades. So anybody who let me know, I appreciate it. But
hey, just blame it on bunker fever, man.
But yeah. So I guess that Detroit, or the governor of Michigan, is taking a lot of those patients and then moving them to all of these rural hospitals. I think he listed Alpena, Alpena County Hospital, as an example, 400 beds available. Only 52 are being used right now. And we've got, hundreds, if not thousands of cases in Detroit at this point. And so all those patients are going to be moved out, spread out around the state. That's going to be very interesting to see what happens. Let's see. Thomas Dibbler says they've been taking out underground bases. That's something that I hear quite often. And I know that there is a channel that talks about that on a regular basis. But I mean, again, I haven't ever spoken to that source. I don't know the information surrounding it, so I haven't felt qualified to report on it. The Mirror, thank you. Oh, look at that. It's Doc, the Lunger. What's his name? Doc Holliday. Doc Holliday is his avatar. I love it. Thanks for joining as a member. Denise says, Dark to Light and Lady QQC both give voice link to children in Central Park tents that were rescued. Oh, well, that's very interesting. I'm going to go ahead and check that out. I'm assuming those are their Twitter handles. There we go. Dark to Light. And there is... I don't think this is the account, because these are just retweets of Praying Medic from 2019. So I don't know. If anybody can actually send me the links to those, I'd like to check it out. General Zod, what's up? Have to work. Wondering if you verified the Comey tree. General Zod brought up the fact that James Comey tweeted a picture of a budding Judas tree. I thought that was very interesting. Did you happen to see that, Methods?
Yeah, I saw that. A friend of the channel, Allie B.
What up, Allie?
Yeah, sent me the because I didn't see the picture. I guess I gotten off for the night or whatever, and she showed me the graphic that an Anon made, showing that it was the Judas tree, which is definitely an interesting connection. That's one I'll bite on, because I mean, if he's hinting at, don't be a Judas to all his people, or somebody is being a Judas to their situation, then that would be a pleasant surprise.
Here she is.
And we'd like to welcome our other co-host.
Yes. Welcome our special guest host, Simone, to the program. Hello, Simone.
All right. Well, we've got over 4,000 people hanging out, 1,000 likes. You guys help us out with those likes if you don't mind. And yeah, having a good time, man.
Okay. Denise says, at Scrapper Chris. We're going to pull up Scrapper Chris. Yeah, please, you guys do consider liking and sharing this broadcast. We definitely appreciate it. It really helps out. And if you guys didn't get a chance to watch my video yesterday, please do. It got like half the normal views of my normal videos. And I don't know if people are just tired of me, or if YouTube didn't send out notifications. I don't know what's going on. Let's go ahead. And there is Scrapper Chris. And let me see. Oh, wow. The My Pillow guy retweeted Jordan Sather's post about the Q code.
Oh, yeah. I want to say this, and not to dog whoever found it and spread it or whatever. I want to say Tron found that like a year ago, the Q thing. But, I don't know. I could be wrong. I saw him talking about it, but it's cool that it's there.
It's very cool.
If I'm going to run a business, for example, and I don't want to put a code out there that I know would take off like wildfire, I would make it Q. I'd make it QAnon, specifically for the code. Or our favorite Anon, so we don't get in trouble for me saying that.
Too late. I got unfollowed from Radix. So the code works. I can verify that. I did. I tried it yesterday. I couldn't get it to work for a couple hours. Like, the website was bogged down. Like, Jordan basically broke their website because so many people were going to buy those pillows. But I did eventually get it to work. I was able to get 2 pillows for my bed, and I will give everybody a review of those pillows, and I'll give Mike at mypillow.com some free airtime. I'm really looking forward to trying it. My mom had one, or she has one now, and she gave me her old one. And, I used it for a couple of years, and then I ended up getting rid of it to get a new pillow. Let's see. Gaffer Anon says, better late than never. Where we go one, we go all. Glad you're here, Gaffer. Stay frosty.
Hey, everybody's saying, or some people are saying, that the SoundCloud link has to do with the the children or something like that. I don't know if everybody in the chat can help me with that. I kept being sent a SoundCloud thing, but I didn't have time to listen to anything at the moment, and then you know how that goes. So if anybody could just tag me here in the chat, whatever that was talked about, I want to look at it after the show.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on this gentleman's profile, and I don't see what other people are seeing. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff that's been retweeted by him, and I don't know what it is. If anybody can just send me a message on Twitter with whatever it is I'm supposed to check out. Let's see. So, also need to say thank you to God's Daughter, and, The Mirror upgraded their membership. Thanks for that, buddy. Mohawk Girl, good friend of the program, says it's time for the MSM to have their Clowns in America comms, switched up to give real news and wake up the toilet paper sheep. How shocking how much control the press has. Imagine the good that they could do in just one day with the truth. Love you, Red. Well, thank you, Mohawk Girl. I love you, too. And Gino says, I believe the deep state and Dems played China for this pandemic to kill the economy and to gain power back. China has their fingers in U.S. politicians' pockets. Is it a stretch to think they would try? Absolutely not. I think that that's a very powerful theory. And let's see, Kanga Anon, I tweeted you the SoundCloud link on your last tweet. I think that that's a theory that holds a real possibility because, I mean, with everything we know about the link between China and the Clowns in America and the Dims, the whole thing, it's a big incestuous relationship that they've got going on, and they've definitely pulled some, get out of my water, Simone. They've pulled some operations before, and it's not surprising to me that they would do it again. And, you know, I'll tell you what, a lot of people on the left are predicting that this event is going to end the reign of President Donald Trump here in America. In fact, I think they're counting on it. And I think that this is a major talking point that people on the left are discussing. And I also will not hesitate to say that I think that it's also going to they think it's going to take care of the right in general. So they're counting on us being eliminated as a result of this situation that we find ourselves in.
Right. And to that point, I mean, the article that I sent you earlier, it's perfect time to drop it.
Yeah.
The American Thinker put out an article on that same theory about the coincidence around this Kung flu and what's been going on. I'm going to drop this link in the chat a couple times so you guys have it. It's a very interesting read. I love the American Thinker. They're great.
They are great.
But to that point, and I also, you know, I guess if we are going to speculate a little bit, because we like to do it, it's just when things get too far at times, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
The idea of, okay, well, there's no step 5, and then the argument, well, Kung flu is step 5, right? You know, well, to the idea of it being timed with the impeachment stuff, we were supposed to be in the Senate trial right now if they got their way with witnesses. And then you have this going on, it could be plausibly said that this is all step 4. We're still in the middle of it because they're doing these things. That's where my head's at as far as a working theory. But the fact that we also are starting to see MSM articles saying that China could rise to be a global leader out of all this, and they're putting it in such a light that it's not a bad thing if China becomes a superpower throughout all these things, because how bad America's going to get hit. Because I still don't, how do you feel, man? Let me ask you this. I don't ask you a whole lot of questions on here. What do you think about this whole, 200,000 deaths? It's not 1.7 million or whatever anymore, but they're talking up to like 100, 200,000 deaths happening in America. And then you've got Trump talking about it's going to be very painful the next 2 weeks. And they're saying that the death toll is going to rise up. Like, what's your thoughts?
I guess I don't really know what to think about it. I don't think that we've had, I think we obviously have not, we don't have the death tolls that they've been predicting yet. We don't have the cases that they've been predicting yet. I don't know really what to think about it. I mean, I guess until it happens, it's not going to be something I even know what to say about. I feel like every fact or figure that they've put out about this thing thus far has been wildly overblown. I think that by and large, this is fear-mongering on behalf of the people who want to destroy President Trump and his administration. I think that when it comes down to it, this is just another form of the flu, but it's got some unique characteristics. Most of us are going to be safe, and I think that by staying indoors and staying away from people who might be spreading it to us, we're gonna keep that number as low as possible. So we'll see. We'll see if there are 200,000 deaths, but I mean, I don't see it as eclipsing the regular flu that we have right now. That hits us every single year. Our Dr. D, big donation. Thanks, buddy. He says, all right, my brothers, $17.45 each from Mickey, not a mouse. 6-way donation, plus a little something for Muffin. Go read my drops on Methods Chat. New pathology shows it's neutrophils. That is the key. Our immune system is a weapon. COV2 is a catalyst. Is this in Methods Discord server we're talking about?
I imagine so. I imagine over there. But also, Ardoc had mentioned to me off air, and maybe sometime we could do that. He's got some good explanations, or, he's got a thought process on all this stuff when it comes to the stimulus package and what's doing with the Federal Reserve and, the Treasury and all that stuff. And he was trying to explain it to me, even like I'm 5 years old, and how Ardoc talks. He's just brilliant. But he offered to come on sometime, even if it's during the day shows during all this, and talk about it.
Yeah. When is RDOT come on? That's in the near future, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. We're gonna have I guess we can just go ahead and say it because we'll be announcing it later too. We're gonna have the Table of Titans boys, all Space Shot, RDOC, and Hulkinator on for a comfy Sunday here in a few weeks, to hang out for the full 2 hours and just kind of hang out.
This is some heady information, RDoc, and so he's saying that he's talking to a frontline immunologist, and he's tying it together with the 5G stuff. 80 to 90% of people that get infected with this either never present symptoms or present mild symptoms of disease. Infection doesn't equal disease. Now, who is passing? Hasn't changed. The highest demographic, elderly, average age is 88, suppressed immune system, and pre-existing conditions. The pathology of these patients that are developing acute SARS and dying in 100 patients examined, here is what they find. Hold on. Ratio of neutrophils to natural killer cells higher than 6 up to 10. What does that mean? Your body's own immune system has been made into a weapon, and this sickness is just a catalyst. When you get an infection, the skin and epithelial response protects you. Virus can't replicate in dead cells. Then if they do a blind S-spike protein ligand to the ACE2 receptor, spike protein can be cleaved, and endocytosis can occur, bringing virus into the cell. The first thing that happens is a cytokine or wandering neutrophil bumps into the little CV and detects foreigners and calls more buddies. Neutrophils release many more cytokines. Other signals occur electromagnetically at atomic level to release chemokines. Things happen that cause an inflammation response. The body damages the infected area to flood it with goodies. So the innate immune response can happen, and then the acquired immune response can be triggered. But what happens when the goodies are too much? The body has regulators that tell it to stop the inflammation process. Inflammation, swelling increases, redness, temperature, and it goes on and on. So it sounds like your body is responding to the virus that's been entered into your system, and what you're seeing with these people in the lung symptoms is an overactive result of your own immune system. So the younger people are able to withstand it. The older people, unfortunately, are not able to, and that's why we're seeing the mortality in the populations we are. Mugga Q, thank you for that, joining as a member. Terry17, what's up, Terry? How you doing? A pic of First Mercy patients showed a small person receiving IV nutrition liquids. TPN. Someone was starved. White liquids is lipids and vitamins. Okay, I actually did see that tweet. Now that you say that, I saw somebody commenting that the foot was a small person. Kylan Jones says, so grateful for you too. Titus's show freaked me out last night. All I wanted to do was talk to Methods afterwards. Mad love and respect, Katie Jones. Thank you, Katie. Appreciate you.
Much love, Katie.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Tree Hugger, I agree with you. We all need an RDoc for Dummies handbook.
He's a smart dude.
Because we get the privilege at times to do daytime chats where we just hang out in voice chats and just talk for a bit, and he'll bounce ideas off of us before he does his videos. And just to sit there and listen to him, I just realized like how, normies must feel when we go too far on the red pill too early. But I love it. RDoc's getting really, really good at explaining things. I know I'm just picking on him. And two, I'll go ahead and read this super chat. The Mikado 16, all those superstars on one show. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun to have the Table of Titans boys here. All 5 of us just barking at each other for 2 hours is going to be great.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it, and it's long overdue. It's been a long time since I had the Table of Titans people on. Let's see. DJ Grizz71 Lang, thank you for joining as a member. True Grit, thank you for that. And the Mikado 16 says, all those superstars in one show. That's right. It is going to be an incredible, incredible show. Let's see. What else do we have here? So, so Jeffrey E., the battle for the documents in his case are still going on. Methods, you want to tell us about this?
Yeah, the article comes from the courthousenews.com. I will drop the link here in the chat as well, which I need to make more of a habit of. There's that. Okay, so basically, you know how they have to let people know when documents are going to get released. When it names them, they have to be given X amount of time to be aware of it and then appeal certain things if it's going to cause a problem, have their lawyers talk or whatever. Well, just like Hunter Biden using the Kung Flu excuse, oh no, I can't come to court because Kung Flu stuff, and he requested, ironically, to come back after the election. Go figure. The federal judge who holds the key to the secret records concerning the late Jeffrey E., refused Tuesday afternoon, so yesterday, to approve a month-long delay in the case. Attorneys for people named in the secret batch of files sought the reprieve to extend how long they have to raise objections, blah, blah, like what I was talking about. Mm-hmm. And the judge was like, nope, the 14 days is adequate. Like, you're going to get that time. So once again, we're talking wall-to-wall coverage about all this stuff going on. And yes, it's affecting our lives and people are dying and all that stuff, which is tragic. There's also these other things going on behind the scenes. There is impending documents that were the ones that were the most fought over by Ghislaine Maxwell in the whole Guffrey case stuff. Which is what this is talking about. There's more stuff that they really don't want to come out, and we're going to get those drops. And our favorite Anon said that there was stuff in there that's going to be open the floodgates to other stuff. So I don't know the date on when that would be a pending release, but we're going to keep an eye on it because we need a doc dump right now. Like we really need, just give us, 500 pages for all of us to go through and talk about something else for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. I would absolutely love that. I'm getting tired of the wall-to-wall coverage of just one subject. And that's another big reason why it makes me think that there is some orchestration at play. Because what we're just talking about with these documents, that would be huge news if anything else was going on. But unfortunately, we've got just, stuff to the gills with this stuff from all of these different news outlets. And it's just, it's taking everybody's attention. So I don't know. Maybe people keep mentioning that. There goes Mark Kavanagh. Good to see you, buddy. People keep mentioning that doc dump from the Clowns in America. So I will take a look at that. Let's go to Chris Hawkins. He says, a bunch of my faves, RP, Methods, RDoc, Hulk, Space Shot, and Tron, gonna kill it. Yes, we will. And then Dave Stealth Bomber says, would love to pair RDoc and Tennessee Homesteader together.
That'd be an interesting conversation for sure. Maybe we can talk to 412. I'm not going to speak for who he books on his show, but maybe we can get RDoc over there, especially with this quarantine time.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, I'd like to hear that for sure.
Tennessee Homesteader is going to be on the show here too soon. So I will announce that when we have a date set.
Yeah, make sure everybody bring their calculator.
That's right. You better. Oh, let's see. What else was there? People wanted to talk about General Flynn changing his background. And Jason was a Gentile, texted me. Let's see. What did he say? So the new background from General Flynn is a wolf and an eagle squaring off. And he said that it was hosted on a website called Prince George Matters. So Prince George is the son of Prince William and Kate Middleton, that's her name. So I don't know if it's related to that, but many people pointed out that it looks like, good squaring off against evil. I know Methods, one of the members of the Flynn family, tweeted out your tweet saying that. And it kind of reminded me of the idea that maybe in a larger sense, this is a fight between America and the crown.
Right. I mean, all you have to do is just go to my tweet and look at the replies. I'm not saying you can pull it up right now. I'm just saying everybody listening, if you want to hear every theory imaginable, everybody on Twitter had a good time with it. I like to just step back and do what Red Pill was saying as far as it being, the good versus evil, because, I mean, if we want to talk about, these the infiltration would be the same kind of thing as wolves in sheep's clothing, right? Like that's where my head went, and then you see them squaring off and ready to go at it. It's definitely interesting timing for him to change it because I mean he's been doing landscape stuff. I mean he hasn't done the eagle for over a year, I think.
Yeah.
And that picture. I mean I love it. Don't get me wrong, but I've also seen other pictures people were sending me, and I'll have to pull them up and send them to you later. There's other pictures from that scene of different things happening as well.
Really?
And it looks like the eagle had the wolf running or something like that. I'm not sure, but he chose that one. And it's, to me, like we'll keep saying it, battle versus good and evil. But if you any interesting theories, feel free to go reply over there. People are having a blast with it.
Yeah, and another reason it made me think that it was maybe representative of America versus this larger cabal is because obviously the bald eagle, the eagle represents America, and the wolf could clearly be representing whatever that evil entity is. And I know a lot of people like to talk about the fact that we were never released as a colony or under the ownership of Great Britain, which I guess would then go back to the Vatican. But it's a very circuitous power structure. The cabal is like a network that just goes everywhere, all over the world. Let's see. Stephanie Oostveen, let my dogs out to keep my monkey company, but she hates the dogs. Go figure. You've got a monkey, Steph? Send me pictures of this monkey. I want to see this. What kind of monkey is it?
The entire chat is immediately going to be jealous.
Is it like Monkey Boo? You guys ever see Monkey Boo on YouTube? He's, I don't know what, a capuchin monkey. He's a capuchin monkey. That would be pretty cool to have a monkey, Steph. I'm kind of jealous right now.
Yeah, my mom had one growing up. I can't remember what kind. When
I can't believe you never brought that up.
No. Well, my grandparents were missionaries in Africa, and they had her actually over there in Africa, I believe, in Liberia. And they had a pet monkey, but they had to, find a new home for it. I don't know where they took it to, like some type of zoo thing, because it kept going to neighbors' houses and like eating their food.
That's funny,
because they would let it sit and eat at the table and stuff and hang out. But then, like when they were gone and they weren't putting food out for him, he would go break into people's houses and like eat their food.
Oh my God!
So they had to find a home for him. His name was Bobo.
Someone just said that there is a poem called "Eagle and the Wolf."
Oh yeah, somebody tagged me in that, but that's going to be lost in the memory hole of my notifications. But yeah, no, it was an interesting read.
There is a great battle that rages inside me. One side is the soaring eagle. Everything the eagle stands for is good and true and beautiful, and it soars above the clouds. Even though it dips down into the valleys, it lays its eggs on the mountaintops. The other side of me is the howling wolf, and that raging, howling wolf represents the worst that's in me. He eats upon my downfalls and justifies himself by his presence in the pack. Who wins this great battle? The one I feed. Who do you want to be, the eagle or the wolf? Eagle all the way, baby. USA.
Right. No, to me, that's one of the more blatant, wallpapers that he's put up.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you to Emperor Trebonius. I don't know if I said that right, buddy. It's now or never. Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm hoping that this is it. Catherine Gumpert says, rescued children going to Central Park Samaritan Hospital. Sent you Twitter recording. Okay, so I will look for it. I don't know who. Nurse mentions children saved in New York. Okay. Here we go.
Yeah, so it's a friend of my mom's. She's a nurse. She's 69 years old. She volunteered through Good Samaritan, and they sent her from North Carolina up to New York City. So apparently, she is working in a MASH type unit in Central Park. And I don't know what all the details of what she told my mom. I don't know if it's more than what I've already told you, but she just said the thing with the kids, it's real. And I have to tell you, it's horrible. So horrible. And she said, please, everybody be praying for those children and for the medical people that are taking care of all this. But it's in Central Park as far as I know, and these tunnels from the maps that
Dude, I know somebody personally whose girlfriend is a nurse and knows other nurses, and she's in contact with one of the nurses at Central Park, and they say they're just rescuing kids that are severely screwed up, like they were sex slaves from birth kind of situation. Some of them are deformed. But she's 100% sure that she trusts her friend, and I know her personally, so it's not like fourth-hand information. It is second-hand, but she says the rescue operation has begun, and that's maybe probably what the ships are for.
Well, that is a very compelling testimony. I wish we had some more stuff to go on. I mean, obviously, anybody can record something and put it on SoundCloud, but I think that when you put it together with the images of what looked to be children on that ship in New York, this could be going somewhere. So this is definitely something that we're going to want to keep our eyes on. It's very tragic, but, silver lining here. If we are saving children that have spent their lives in captivity, this is huge. And this could be a big moment in the unsealing of these indictments that we've been working for. Methods, could you hear that?
Absolutely not. I am the only one in the entire room. So I will listen to it afterwards.
Yeah.
I might give my 2 cents later on it. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you at least on that point. I mean, we could pay somebody down the road to record something on their phone, give it to us, we upload it to SoundCloud, and boom, clickbait for days. So I don't know. Like I said, I haven't heard it. It's definitely tragic, but we just have to be extra careful right now with information, with everything going on, because it does make its rounds everywhere.
Yeah.
Even Anon post on the Chan or the 8kun. All it takes is for just somebody to go up there and post something that reads well, clicks in your head on the theory that you think is going on, and then you share it. And then it goes everywhere, and the next thing you know, people are going to argue till the death over it being true.
And Snopes writes an article.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, we're all drinking bleach to kill. So you just got to be careful.
All right. God's Daughter says, please get Amanda Grace and Mark Taylor on your show. Mark Taylor has been on a couple of times. I am going to have him on in the future. I don't know Amanda Grace. They are stunningly accurate Christian prophets. They've talked about this stuff for years. I'll look into Amanda Grace. And then, thank you again, Catherine Gumpert. Kathy Epler, thank you for that. She says, check vent use for SARS against CoV. Okay, we will. Patriot Production says, going to be doing a show with a renowned psychologist on Friday discussing mass psychological trauma under CV-19 and his thoughts about its origins, #ChinaVirus, and some sauce from the best for last country Intel Insight. All right, sweet, dude. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Stephanie Ostveen says, yes, it is a black capuchin. Her name is Bella. I will DM pics. Stephanie, I will show pictures of your monkey on the show. And then Tomato Snaps, thank you for that. Q Critter says, Good Friday is DJT Day, 4/10/20, where we go one, we go all. 100% going to be looking for that. Berserker Bear says, thanks, comment, Anons, love you all. Some busy working from home. Stay awesome. Thanks as always, Red Pill and Methods. Red Pill, QAnon OGs, 100. And as always, shared. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate you doing that. Sue says, saw the tents. Check out Crowdsource the Truth on YouTube. I will definitely be looking for those tents, and I will be looking for sauce on those children that have been saved. There is nothing I would like more than to know that that is going on. And again, this would be the perfect time for an operation like this. We've got everybody staying inside. You got to believe that they have the information on what's going on. And, you know, I mean, if this is why we have these earthquakes 6.2 miles down, if there really is, bases that are being taken out, this would be a glorious, glorious time, and it would be just an incredible icing on the cake for what's going on.
It definitely would be awesome. It's just, I guess what we could tell everybody, we don't advise you going to your non-red-pilled family and friends and saying this is what's going on. That's the kind of thing that you need to wait for a little bit more evidence. And also, I will say this. I see that we have our top shelf bots back. Hanging out with us in the chat. I guess this would be a great time to thank the mods again for everybody working so hard. So yeah, I mean, mods do a lot of work. Y'all show up and just help out, no problem, everything. How about we give everybody a 17, show a little appreciation for all the mods out there. We love you guys.
Thank you so much, mods. I love you guys. And I love you, honey. I saw you out there. Sue says, so thank you, Sue. Make Mine Texas says pet Simone for me. That's what I'm doing right now. Simone is a wonderful cat. She's probably the most loving cat that I've ever known. And every morning when I wake up, she's got to hop up on my shoulders. And she obviously loves being here in the studio with us, loves being on the show, and she loves chilling up here. So also Eminem says, good morning, RP Methods and Patriot family. Please pray every day for the president and the Patriots as they fight against evil, not just for America, but the world. Thank you, RP and Methods, for the real nose. You're cis in Aussie. It's 5:50 here. 5:50 in the morning. Well, good morning. Glad to see you here, Eminem. Thank you very much for being here, you guys. Appreciate it. We've only got about 9 minutes left and 2.1 thousand likes with 5,500 people here. If you are still considering hitting that like button, this would be the perfect time to do it. Hater Proof is in the audience. What's up, man? Good to see you, brother.
Have we gotten an update at all from him yet?
He told me that he had the surgery, and he's here in the chat, so I think that's got to mean that he's doing okay. Hater Proof, I would love it if you could send me an email with an update, dude. I was really worried about you when you sent me that initial message, and it warms my heart to know that you're able to be here and hanging out with us. BHEC1216 says the mods rock today. They are doing a great job of handling the bots in the chats. Thank you, mods. Yeah, they are the bots are increasing the sophistication levels of their attacks here. I don't understand how they're doing it because it looks like they're communicating directly like on topic, like they're putting messages in the chat that have to do with the stuff that's being said. So I don't know if that is like there are people behind these accounts and they're really trying to draw, attention to their accounts so then people will check it out. I don't know how they do it. I have no idea, but it's gotten more and more sophisticated. Mel C says, something deaf going on underground. In pressers last Friday and Saturday, New Jersey governor said don't hide underground and don't go underground. Well, that is very interesting. Dave Kalenda says, prayers answered now for the little peeps. Yeah, 100%. I really hope that that's the case. I'm definitely going to be looking into that. And then we can bring you any information that we find for the Friday edition. So yeah, what else did we have, Methods? I think that, Sidney Powell. I completely forgot about Sidney Powell. Somebody asked Sidney Powell if there was a ruling in General Flynn's case. But said that they hadn't found any report of it. That was Southern Rebel, a.k.a. Tracy, the Tracy Hilton. And she asked for confirmation, and Sidney Powell responded. She said that there was no ruling, but the government's going to file an update on April 3rd on their work with Covington and Burling. That was Flynn's original lawyers in his case, who clearly mishandled it. They are going to be defending their reputation. See the case filings at Sidney Powell's website. So, Methods, what is going on with that? Covington and Burling, they urged Mike Flynn to plead guilty initially, and then they kind of did a real crap job in putting his case together.
Right. I mean, it was essentially him having to go against his own team while being attacked with all that stuff. He was advised to, plead guilty. But now with everything going on and he wants to withdraw that plea, he's got Sidney on the board. And now all eyes are on, because all those people, didn't they all quickly all quit?
I believe he fired them.
No, but as soon as he put in his withdrawal of his plea of saying that he was guilty, they had done some stuff over there real quick. It might have been information about the place itself, or I'm just confusing this with Roger Stone's case. It's all confusing to me when you think about all of it at once.
Yeah.
But with that said, all eyes are on the previous, representation that he had. They are going to be. I think, to me, that's the best way to bust his case wide open. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I believe they were working hand in hand with the prosecutors in the case, and there was some conflict of interest that took place as well. They had done work, or I can't remember exactly how it went. The timeline is fuzzy in my head, so I'm going to have to go over Sidney Powell's website and check it out. But there was definitely a conflict of interest with Covington and Burlington, and they probably are looking at losing their law licenses as a result of the way that they treated General Flynn.
Yeah, they're saying in the chat that the prosecutors quit as soon as that happened. Yeah, if that's true, that sounds right. But like I said, with all those things going on, I hate mixing up these stories and putting out false information.
Yeah.
This is a great reminder to go back and do the refresher, everybody, and all that stuff, because she's got it on her website, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I will drop that link in the chat as well, even though it's pretty straightforward.
Sidney Powell retweeted Technofog. The lady who gave her husband fish tank cleaner assaulted her husband 7 months into their marriage, punching and swinging at him with decorative birdhouse on a wooden pole during an argument about divorcing. A totally stable person here.
Yeah, seems friendly.
Oh, good Lord. Need to say thank you to John Asturias. Can you restate where we can find the link on the kids being treated on the ships? I missed that part of the show. I did put it into the chat. I'm going to put it in again. Positively Nadine says, steady as we go, Patriots, thanks to our dynamic duo. And Pablo Valdez says, don't fear what can kill your body, flesh, but fear him who can destroy your soul and body in hell. Matthew 10:28. Save your soul. Gospel. 1 Corinthians 15, 1-4. Yeah. This is a big part of the reason why I have absolutely no fear of death in this mortal world. Whatever happens is going to happen, and I am positive about what's going to happen once I leave this earth. In the meantime, I just want to live the best life that I possibly can, and by completely relinquishing that fear and anxiety about what may or may not happen, it allows me to be so comfy on a daily basis. April Mendoza, thanks for joining as a member.
Right. We, even though we're all in this together, trying to fix this mess that this world's became, we also are living life as well. This is our one life to live. I don't personally believe in reincarnation, and I expect emails on people who do, but which is fine. Believe what you want to believe. But with that said, that's why Red Pill and I are going to probably take a day off tomorrow.
Yeah.
To recharge and stuff. But we love doing this stuff. So that's why everybody who thanks us every day for working, quote unquote, as hard as we do, we enjoy this. Yes, it does, take energy and time, and sometimes it does wear on us a little bit, especially when we're trying to keep everybody calm and, trying to think clearly and everything's going on at once. We want to help everybody, but we also got to make sure that we're good too. So yeah, that's why we're always going to make sure that we, when we get done and shut our computers off for the day, that we're proud of what we accomplished. We're all in this together.
100%. Wheezy Girl says, my question is, what better way to get people red-pilled than reporting about the children, etc.? I think you're absolutely right. This is how I red-pilled my own mother because I showed her what President Trump was doing from the moment he came into office to try to save these kids and to put people who were harming them behind bars. I think that this is the single most important way that you can red pill people, because for those who think that President Trump is just the most evil person on the face of the earth, this is something you can show them to prove that he actually does sincerely care about the children of this country, the children of the world, and the future of that world. Well, guys, we are reaching the end of our regularly scheduled broadcast. I want to thank everybody once again for being here today. Thank you for the 2.6 thousand likes. Thank you to all the mods. And importantly here, thank you to my co-host, Methods. Thanks for being here, buddy.
Yeah, man. Same time as always. We've been enjoying it throughout this last few weeks or week and a half.
Yeah.
We'll be taking tomorrow off, and then Friday we'll be back to do that. And then, of course, the weekend stuff that we do. And we'll announce on Friday during the show who we're going to have on Sunday, because I'm excited for that conversation for sure.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm excited about our schedule coming up anyways. We've got a lot of exciting conversations to have.
Many good guests.
Right, absolutely. But with that said, thank you guys again for hanging out with us every afternoon and being okay with us taking tomorrow. And yeah, we'll be right back at it. And then I'm sure next week, we'll definitely need to, because we're leading into the Easter stuff.
Yeah. We are going to take a couple of days off in this next month. I mean, we're going to be taking Easter off. We're going to be taking, I don't know if we're going to be taking Mother's Day off. I just don't have anybody scheduled yet. But somebody just mentioned in the chat that it's the eagle versus the Timberwolf, which would bring us back to the idea of George H.W. Bush, who I would see as a public face of the cabal. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us today. I do appreciate you. Thanks for understanding about us taking a day off. And I hope that everyone has a lovely afternoon. If you have anything you want to send me, you can send it to redpill78@protonmail.com. I just ask that you don't send me YouTube videos without any information, because the chances are very unlikely that I'm going to be able to get to them. I have a massive backlog of emails, and I appreciate your help, you guys. Thanks for being here with us. Thank you to everybody who liked and shared the program. Thanks for everybody who participated. Appreciate the super chats, and we will see you guys on Friday.